Ribbon Girls Beach Party. Yeah! Isn't this a great setup? I mean, come on. We couldn't even get better weather than this for our beach party. Listen, there are a few people that I want to thank before we get on to the program. So first of all, thank all of you. Thank you for buying your tables. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for sponsoring and supporting the Pink Ribbon Girls. We cannot tell you how much we appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. And we also absolutely need to thank everybody that's in pink here. All of our volunteers, our staff for Pink Ribbon Girls, and Gretchen, who put this together. Thank you, Gretchen. Gretchen, you did an awesome job. Thank you. Thank you to Austin Landing for letting us have this event here. What a great backdrop. Sand amazing. I mean, come on, is that amazing or is it sand amazing? And we have to thank Chad Hartson and his team for the incredible sand sculptures. Sadly, he was going to do an ice sculpture here tonight live for you. And we've seen that and it's amazing, but the weather didn't cooperate and it broke. So let's hope that that's the worst thing that happens tonight. But thank you, Chad, and your team. They are sculpting now, so if you want to watch some of their amazing work, please do that. I also need to thank LA Bistro. We have several people from LA here today, but thank you very much to LA and to Scratch for the food tonight. Of course, we love food, so thank you very much. And then a special thanks to Clark's Pharmacy, our title sponsor tonight. This event obviously would not happen without Clark, so thank you for your continued support. We so appreciate it. My name is Cheryl Dillon, and I am with Ultimate Power Play. What the heck is Ultimate Power Play, and why am I up here speaking on behalf of the Pink Ribbon Girls? Well, Ultimate Power Play facilitates mentoring programs. And I'm here tonight with Team Grit of the Grand Power Play program. Yeah, we got fans already, awesome. The Grand Power Play program. The Grand Power Play program is a mentoring program for young, aspiring career women. That goes along pretty well with the Pink Ribbon Girls, right? All right. So there are 3 parts to every Ultimate Power Play program: personal development, physical challenge, and charity. That's why I'm standing up here talking to you tonight. I'm going to tell you a little bit about how Ultimate Power Play came to be, a little bit about the Grand Power Play program, and then how we're working with the Pink Ribbon Girls. So, how did Ultimate Power Play come to be? My dashing husband and I were in Jackson Hole, Wyoming last year, and that is home to the very majestic mountain silhouette of the Grand Tetons, probably the most beautiful mountain silhouette in the entire country. And we took a ski lift up to the top of a close by mountain, Rendezvous Mountain. We got off the top of the ski lift, and I looked over to the right where the Grand Teton was perched up there, part majestically and part menacingly. And I had probably been to Jackson 15 times, but there was something about this one time, and I looked at it and I said, it's time. And so I did the wifey thing, and I asked my husband, Larry, you have any interest in climbing the Grand Teton? Expletive, expletive, expletive. No, you're crazy. Okay, I have 7 miles to hike down this mountain to figure out how and why I am going to climb that mountain, but I'm going to do it. And on that 7-mile hike, on our way to get a beer from the Mangy Moose Saloon at the bottom of the mountain, the Ultimate Power Play was actually born. So, for Grand Power Play, for these ladies, each of the Power Play programs that we develop is specific. So for Grand Power Play and for our women, the first part to the program, we upgraded from personal development to professional development. These are going to be our leaders in the community, our female leaders in the community. So professional development. What do we do for professional development? Well, we read books, we write essays, we prepare discussion points, and we have conversations that range from whimsy to pretty serious. But I think that our favorite part of professional development, and I think I speak for everybody, are the speakers that we have. Heather spoke to us earlier today, and so I'd include her in that. But at our last session, we had the athletic director for the #1 top grossing college sports program in the country. Sorry, Buckeye fans. The University of Texas Longhorns athletic director, Ms. Christine Klonsky. She spent time with us and she talked to us about competition. And none of us will ever look at competition the same way again. She was nothing short of the real deal and she was simply amazing. This morning, we spent a couple of hours with retired Colonel Colleen Ryan. She was the first female commander of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And I'll tell you what, this woman, there's nothing to say about her except wow. I mean, she knocked our socks off, all of us. We've all got flip-flops on tonight. We have no socks left. They're not even left in the state. So these women that we have for speakers, they're meant to create a network. They're meant to create an inspiration, somebody we can look up to, people that we can call, people that we can count on, people that truly inspire us. I didn't intend on doing this, but I want to share a quick story that Colleen shared with us today while we were at the Air Force Museum. The B-52 bombers, back in the late 40s, the B-52 bomber, Boeing came to Dayton, to Wright-Pat, to pitch the B-52. And the B-52 came with propeller engines. And the guys at Wright-Pat said, are you kidding? The Germans have jets. We don't want these. We don't want propellers, we want jets. And so what did the Boeing people say? Boeing people said, okay, give us the weekend. And they came back with a B-52 that they still fly today. And that had jet engines.
On Monday morning.
On Monday morning, they did. They literally took the weekend. And so when we talk about number one in our professional development is meant to inspire. The second part of our Grand Teton challenge is physical challenge, literally. Physical challenge is important to me for a mentoring program. It's important to include because out of great physical challenge, when you overcome that, there's a change that happens in you, and it's normally a change for the best. And what a better physical challenge than climbing the Grand Teton with a bunch of young leaders of tomorrow. So on September 10th of this year, Shay, Haley, Brooke, and I, we will be standing on top of the Grand Teton. That is just under 14,000 feet above sea level. And we will have climbed 7,000 vertical feet and done a 2-pitch technical climb, yes, that is rock climbing, to get to the top of that mountain. Now, when we stand on the top of that mountain, and that mountain air at the very, very top that so few people actually get to taste, when we stand up there, we're going to stand up there, and all of our I can'ts are going to go right away with that mountain air. They're going to be replaced with I cans, I wills, and most importantly that day, I did. And when you challenge your body physically and you overcome that and you do an I did, that creates great leaders. And that's what we want from a physical challenge. We want change. Now, obviously, climbing a mountain is a pretty big challenge. And so, to make it really special and to make it a real challenge, it has to be something that we're not sure we can really do. Grand Teton falls in that category for all of us. We're training for it, but let me tell you what. We picked the Grand Teton because these girls, they're already talented, they're already leaders, they're already smart, they're already tough, they're already stubborn. And so we had to have a real challenge. We had to have something that we're going to have to dig deep, something that's going to take more than talent, more than knowledge, more than skill, something that's going to take grit. Team grit, we are. We will rise to that challenge. Now, why is challenge so important in life and in mentoring? Because I think the best of us comes when we overcome challenge and when we realize that we can overcome challenge and something that we didn't think that we can do. That is where great leaders are born. And when I want to choose a leader that I'm going to stand next to or somebody that I'm going to follow, I want somebody who's already gone through the fire and didn't quit and didn't give up and made it to the summit. And that's what we want to teach these kids with physical challenge. That's why physical challenge is number 2 on the Power Play program. It's important that we challenge ourselves to change. Speaking of physical challenge, I think it goes without saying that there are women in this room who know more about physical challenge than any of us ever will. And that is not something to be underestimated. But it can be something to applaud, and tonight it's going to be, because it's one of the reasons that we're all here tonight. It's one of the things that has changed the world, or at least this world, the world that you're sitting in. Out of an incredible physical challenge came change, came great leadership, and came the services of this organization. I want to tell you a little bit of the influence that one woman has had on the services of Pink Ribbon Girls. This woman is a mother, she's a wife, and she's a survivor, which is probably why this is such a great organization. Let me tell you a little bit about what the Pink Ribbon Girls did in 2016. 2016, the Pink Ribbon Girls delivered over 60,000 meals. 60,000 meals. They took women to over 2,050 treatments, and they cleaned 975 homes. Now that is definitely something to clap about, but hold on just a minute, because just 2 weeks ago, the Pink Ribbon Girls, they broke a record for services. In 1 week, they delivered 1,299 meals. They also took 25 women to services, and they signed up 9 new women for services. Now, I don't know about you, but a woman like Heather Salazar, your executive director, somebody who looked cancer in the face and knocked it on its butt on her way to challenge and change and created these kind of services, not for her, but for you. Now, I'll tell you what, that's not just a good leader, that's a great leader, because that's somebody who took challenge and made change. I made change for somebody else. And I'll tell you what, that, with her team, and she's going to be the first one to tell you, no one travels this road alone. That's a Pink Ribbon Girls slogan. She'd be the first one to stand up here and tell you, I don't do this alone either, but these services exist because of her challenge. And I think it's worth giving her and her team and all the volunteers here a huge round of applause, because we wouldn't be here tonight. You are changing the world, girl. And that's what we want to show our leaders. That's what we want to show these guys for tomorrow. Thank you. On that same note, that feeling that good charities like this, sometimes hard to put words on, but that feeling that you feel for charity, that's why we picked the Pink Ribbon Girls to partner with for the Grand Power Play. The third part to the Grand Power Play is charity. But I need to explain to you a little bit about how I feel about charity, and in this Power Play program, what I want our young leaders of tomorrow to feel. You see, I think that charity is more than a donation. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you got your checkbooks out, keep them out, write that check. We'll take it. But come on, charity is more than a donation. And I want to teach these girls that you don't just do charity, you feel charity. That's when you make a real difference. I'm going to tell you how we made it personal. Could I have my Grand Power Play team grid up here and our Pink Ribbon Girls sisters? As they're coming up here, I want to introduce them, and I do need a little cheat sheet for this because I want to get it right because it is important. First of all, we have Brooke, and Brooke is here with Debbie. Debbie is a 3-time survivor. She is here with her husband, Bill. She's a mother of 2, and her son, Nat, is also here. Brooke works with the international company Quest Group, and her parents are here, Kelly and Padre Mark. Thank you for joining us tonight. Next we have Maureen and Haley. Maureen, oh everybody get this one. Maureen just finished her treatments last week and she is officially a survivor. Yeah, all right, Maureen. Maureen is here with Haley. Haley is with OCP Contractor. She's a 3rd generation OCP contractor. And she is here with her husband, Christian, the adorable Christian. And Maureen is here with her sister, Grace. Grace, thanks for coming out to support Maureen. Next we have Shay. Shay and Mary Susan. Mary Susan is a wife and a mother of 3, and she is an ovarian cancer survivor, and she is here with her husband, John. And Shay, it's pretty exciting to talk about Shay today. For the first time ever, we get to announce that Shay, just this week, has taken a step towards entrepreneurship, her career goal. So we're very proud of Shay. We also have up here the amazing Kayla and Heather. Heather is the executive director. We talked a little about her being a mother and a wife and a survivor and your executive director and the reason in all these services. Example, oh, hail Heather, we love it. And then also Kayla. Kayla is the events coordinator here at Austin Landing, and much of this event and the Sand Mazing event exists because of her. If you've been out here and you've had a good time at an event, pat her on the back and tell her thank you very much. She is also our charity liaison, so we appreciate that. And finally, with me is Jan. Jan works with PRG. She is a 10-year survivor, and she is working to pay forward the kindness that her family was shown from PRG. So give it up for Jan. All right. Kayla, do you have the other microphone for you guys? Oh, sweet. All right. That team is prepared. Yes. All right. So earlier today, just before this event, as I said, I think we need to make charity personal. And so here's how we're doing it with PRG. Earlier today, we met with these PRG ladies and we swore a team oath to them, a team oath. And our team is going to share with you just a few words from that team oath to PRG. So in addition to raising funds, this is what we swore to PRG.
For every moment you were not able to prepare, we will prepare double. We will respect the hard-fought journey you are on while we are on ours.
For every moment you feel has been taken from you, we will share with you our unforgettable experience. We will delight in the ability to take you with us on our life-changing journey.
For every longing for a better tomorrow, we will continue to grow and develop into good people. We will always live with dignity and respect for ourselves.
For each moment of uncertainty and pain you endure, we will act as leaders in our community and build a world you will be proud to live in. For you, in your honor and with your journey as our inspiration, we will climb, no, we will slay this mountain.
Oh yeah. And so earlier today we took that team oath and now we are making it personal. We have a face, we have a hug, we've held a hand, and it is very personal now. But you know that wasn't enough because we do things big when we're doing the grand power play. So in addition to a team oath, we took a personal oath as well. Who's got our flags? Put up our little flags. Our little flags here. Our PRG sisters and I. That's right, I said sister, not sister. I got a life sister here. My soul sister, Miss Kelly Murray. So many things I couldn't do without you. And so we've decided that these are our sisters. And a sister is different than a sister that you fight with and you grew up with. A sister is a special bond because you choose them. So they are our sisters in this journey, and we took these small but mighty flags. On the front of these small but mighty flags, there's a Power Play logo, there is a Pink Ribbon Girls logo, and there is a silhouette of the Grand Tetons, and that represents our team oath. And on the back we stole a little bit from Pink Ribbon Girls, and no one travels this road alone, and it says no one climbs this mountain alone. And so our sisters and I, we each signed the back of that flag. Now that flag is going to go in our packs, and it's going to go all the way up 13,873 feet to the top of that Grand Teton mountain. And along with our icons sweeping away in the wind, their icons are going to be sweeping away too. And instead of 4 boots on the top of that mountain, 4 pairs of boots on the top of that mountain, we're going to have 10 hearts on there because we are taking them up there to the top of that mountain with us. And now this journey is going to get very personal. Now we have no choice but to get to that top of that mountain because we are going there for these ladies. Now we're not just going to do charity, we're going to feel charity. When we turn around and we walk down that mountain, we're going to be changed people. And in October, at the gala, and if you don't have your table or tickets for your gala, get them now, talk to Gretchen. They sell out every year. There's hardly any places left in Dayton that we can have this thing because they're so big. But in October, you're going to want to be there because we're going to return these flags to our sisters as a memento of their journey and their inspiration to us. And we think that this kind of charity, this kind of do charity, feel charity, feel charity is the right way because we don't make good leaders, make great leaders. Great leaders are the ones that feel it. Great leaders like Heather. And if you don't believe that, just look around. This is what happens with great leaders. And so let me review quickly. Ultimate Power Play. We facilitate mentoring programs. Grand Power Play. oozing with girl power. The 3 things that we are going to do: number 1, professional development, because we are going to inspire; number 2, physical challenge, because we are going to change; and number 3, charity, because good leaders do, but great leaders feel. And that's what these girls are going to be. Now, I don't know if any of you are gambling people or not, but if you're betting on the horses and you get number 1, 2, and 3 right, they call that a trifecta. In mentoring, you get those 3 things right, and we call that the ultimate power play. Now, I only have 2 things left to say. I've talked long enough, but what I need is for all of our clients, fighters, and survivors to stand up, please. All right, now listen up. From Team Grit to you, I'm going to tell you just 2 things. Number 1, you are worth it. You are worth the journey. You are worth the challenge. You are worth the fire. You are worth the change. You are worth it. And number 2, thank you. Thank you for showing us what dignity and pride and inspiration means. Because of you, we are going to make it to the top of that mountain. Thank you. Let's give our ladies tonight a warm round of applause. These guys are the reason we are here tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your energy. Let me introduce to you, we've already introduced her, but let me introduce to you Mary Susan. She is a survivor. I'm sorry, there's stairs back there to help her. Mary Susan is a survivor, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her story. Mary Susan!
Hi guys, how y'all doing tonight? Are we all excited about this Sand Amazing event? Let's give a